What's up? What's up, people? What's up? Let's talk about something that nobody is talking about, but everybody got the book in their hand, which is the Bible, David's throne. Now, how many people have been actually taught about David's throne and how David's throne is connected to the whole Bible prophecy? The whole Bible is about the carpenter coming to build and restore David's throne. Now, it's been very, very, mind blowing to me that even when I bring this out to a lot of people, they don't even want it to happen. But they are Bible thumpers. These are people who walk around with the Bible every day, but know nothing about David's throne. So I'm going to get into a few verses about David's throne so we could bring understanding about what kind of work we got to do. Because a lot of people think the work is going out talking about Christ, who they never seen and witnessed. That's not the work of God. The harvest is plenty, but the workers are what? I shouldn't have to say it, but come follow. So we're in Amos 9 and 11. Let's talk about it. In that day, I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. Now, you must pay attention to that day. Now, what day is that day? That's the appointed time that no man know about. So you can't be talking about this unless you are part of it. So he going to raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. Now, if you know anything about Ethiopia, you know anything about the Solomonic dynasty, you know anything about the royal priesthood, you know anything about the princes of Ethiopia, these people dealt with David's throne. It says, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins. So the throne of David is not something that's in the sky. The throne of David is something that has been ruined by the world. This is why God is going to judge the world. So this throne, this tabernacle has been ruined. This is why Christ will be a carpenter. Because something was tore down, and now the Father, at that appointed time, the Father is going to send someone to raise it up and to build it as in the days of old. Now, in the days of old, the throne of David has never been in the sky. Again, this is the great Babylon. Because so many people is teaching the Bible, and they're considered great, great men, great, great scholars, and great, great preachers, and all they doing is babbling. They don't know what they talking about. So again, this is the importance of David's throne. But I got a few more scriptures. Come on, y'all. Let's take it all the way back to 2 Samuel, y'all. Let's get into the prophetic visions of God and not the Babylon of the prophets. So let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 7. We're going to start at verse 12. It says, and when the days be fulfilled, what days be fulfilled? The appointed time of darkness. See, a lot of people don't, just like nighttime got an appointed time, in God's vision, darkness had an appointed time. Like, light ain't come into the world and then darkness came back. Like, that's what people are saying. Christ is the light of the world. But Christ came and then darkness came. No. Prophets came, which was the word made flesh. Christ come when everything is fulfilled so the light can come into the world. So it say, when the days be fulfilled and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed. Where do a seed come from? The sky. Seeds don't fall from the sky. Seeds come from the individual plant that produces other seeds, like a fruit tree. The fruit tree produces the seeds. And those seeds get planted and they sprout up. They are the offspring of that tree. So we're not talking about no sky daddy. So I will set up thy seed after thee, which proceed out of thy bowels. See, which proceed out of thy bowels, not the sky. And I will establish his kingdom. Now, when I ask people this who say Christ came 2,000 years ago, when was Christ's kingdom ever established? People say he coming back to establish the kingdom. You know why they say he coming back? Because he never came. So they hold it on to the lie that they have been told by prophets of Babel that, oh, Christ came, but he's coming back to establish the kingdom. Again, the truth, he never came. He's here now to establish the kingdom. It says, he shall build, they go to carpenter again, he shall build a house for my name, and I will establish thy throne of his kingdom forever. So again, this is not about something being established in the sky. This is about things being established on earth. This is why it's not many people who are willing to do the work of God, because they think the work is to talk and wait for Christ to come back. That's the devil work. So I got one more verse for the naysayers, and there's many more verses, y'all. But when in Luke 1 and 32, it says, he shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest. Now remember, this is last day prophecy. This is not what the prophets of Babylon tell you. Oh, this happened 2,000 years ago. And the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David. So the God gonna give him a throne in the sky? David didn't sit on a throne in the sky. So how did the throne magically go in the sky? See, a lot of people think Christ is the only person that sat on the throne. What about David that came before Christ? We don't talk about these things because everybody is babbling. Come from Babylon. Come hear the truth. Verse 33. He shall reign over the house of Jacob. Now, if you understand the house of Jacob is an end time prophecy as it tells you in Genesis. If you go to Genesis 4:9, it tell you what's going to befall the sons of Jacob in the last days. So we are in Jacob's trouble right now. Like Nas and Damon Marley, they made a CD called The Sleeping Sons of Jacob. Who are the sleeping sons of Jacob that they was talking about? They weren't talking about the people in the past. They talking about us. So somebody among us is supposed to reign over us on behalf of God to restore the throne of David. But we think Jacob was way back then, like we think Christ came way back then. All this is babble. So it says, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom there shall be no end. So where is Christ's kingdom if he came? That's what I ask people. There's no end of Christ's kingdom, so where is Christ's kingdom? Because right now the devil is running the world, and we are in Babylon. So point to me Christ's kingdom if he came 2,000 years ago. No, Jacob in trouble, and God is establishing the throne of David to get Jacob out of trouble. And as always, I hope the Father has circumcised your hearts and ears for the message. And 9 times out of 10, if you're seeing this video today, come join the live so you can learn more about the throne of David and what it means to God prophecy and our restoration in 2025. Peace.